Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about this today. We see so many articles saying, hey, we're in a housing bubble, the housing market's going to crash. Now, I think it's really, really important that we look at this from a North American perspective, that we have a lot of American articles that are talking about different market dynamics as opposed to Canada and the United States. So, is it true that houses are going to go up and up and up, and everything's going to go up 50% every year? No, this is a problem people have. They think there's going to be huge appreciation every year. There's going to be a slowdown in every market in Canada at some point where there's less sales happening. Will there be some kind of price retraction? Will there be declines in values? There's always possibility for those small adjustments, but people keep thinking that you have a 50% reduction on house values, which is almost entirely impossible. So I'm going to give you a few reasons why that is the truth here. First of all, you have to understand, especially when you look at the 2008 financial crisis in the States, caused by the subprime mortgages, caused by things where we're shorting the housing market, all 100 dynamics here. These cannot exist in Canada for the very reason that you cannot sell a home for a fire sale in Canada. It cannot go to a foreclosure and sell for pennies on the dollar. That's not allowed. You have to sell something for a fair market value. It can be sold aggressively, but it has to be sold for fair market value. So yes, you can go to court, try to buy a foreclosure, and have the judge turn you down, even though nobody else wants to buy it. So don't forget that this is what is a big thing on the market. The other thing is even comparing things to where the 2008 financial crisis. Uh, we see a lot of articles circling around securitization of mortgages, which means more or less mortgages being bundled into a big package. Remember, when the U.S. had the crisis, they were bundling bad mortgages with good mortgages. That's not allowed here in Canada. We bundle them all very, very triple A together. They're all backed by the government. So a huge amount of dynamics that mean that the market just cannot crash tomorrow. Thirdly, the thing to be aware of is that we have very, very few non-income lending programs. So even a mortgage program, even such as a CHIP, which is a reverse mortgage, you have to even give some income confirmation on that. So you don't have the ability for people to come in that have very, very low incomes and to buy properties. Uh, most properties that are being sold, yes, it may be people that have a free and clear home and they buy another home. Yes, there's all things that exist, but you still have a high amount of products and a high amount of borrowers here that they're having to income qualify. So you have housing prices keeping pace with increases in income. So don't forget about these types of things. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to have a slowdown. Like, I mean, what we typically see is that, yeah, you're having a lot of sales right now. At some point, you have a slow of sales, and you have better terms, more inventory, less a less more aggressive market where you can make better deals. But don't get caught in the idea that the housing market is about to crash and wait for a crash. If a deal looks good today, it's time to buy. If a deal doesn't fit for you today, don't feel pressure. So that's how you have to look at things. Does the deal work for you right now? Does a house work for you right now? And make your decision that way. If you haven't been pre-approved, or you feel like you have a situation where you just have not, you feel like your income is outside the market, so that's why you're waiting to crash. Reach out to us, because we'll build a bigger plan to help you buy a home that's not going to make you house poor, not going to have you over leveraged, but we'll do some real creative planning to make sure that we having something that works for your family, whether it's adding some rental income or all those types of things. You can message us, you can reach out to us and call us, and we'd be happy to give you a hand.